going to call us back into session or reconvene our open session, call us to order. And I would like to ask Trustee Archuleta to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Place your right hand over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Secretary, can we have the roll call, please?
Irma Archuleta.
Here.
Virginia Baxter.
Here.
Jeff Kellogg.
Here.
Doug Otto.
Here.
Sunny Zia.
Here.
And Student Trustee Lomeli.
Present.
Okay, we'll go to, there is nothing to report out of closed session, so we will go to agenda item 2.5, approval of the minutes of the May 24th regular Board of Trustees meeting. Entertain a motion? So moved.
Second.
Moved by Trustee Kellogg, second by Trustee Archuleta. Roll call, please.
I have just one point of information. I didn't see it for the record, but for what it's worth, I did make a concerted effort to join in by teleconference call, but staff didn't arrange for that, and I didn't see that reflected on the minutes. So perhaps that could be arranged in the future, since our regulations allow for it. That's all.
Sure. Then roll call vote, please.
Irma Archuleta.
Aye.
Virginia Baxter.
Aye.
Jeff Kellogg.
Aye.
Doug Otto.
Aye.
And Sunny Zia.
Aye.
Actually, since you weren't, did you listen to the?
Yes, I did.
Okay, great. Okay. Introductions and special announcements. First, before we go further, what I would like to do is wholeheartedly thank the voters of Long Beach for working with us, showing confidence in the Long Beach Community College District and passing Measure LB. As you know, it was a Prop 39 bond measure, which meant we had to get 55% of the vote. We got over 63% of the vote. But the confidence that the residents of Long Beach have demonstrated by passing this $850 million bond is both humbling and makes us really want to do great things at this college. We truly appreciate the vote of confidence, and we won't let you down. We're going to do great things with the money that's now authorized. There are no taxes being paid on these bonds yet because we haven't started to spend it, but particularly want to thank the voters of Long Beach. So in addition to that, I want to acknowledge that we have a great number of retirees. We did a settlement of a dispute, labor dispute, contract negotiations, and I want to read the full list of retirees and invite those who are present to line up at the wall nearest the podium. I will then ask if you want to speak. You don't have to speak, but you do have to line up because we're going to recognize you, and then we'll give you an opportunity to speak and then take photographs. So the retirees are Dr. Patricia Alexander, 27 years of service to Long Beach City College in the psychology department. Let's have a hand for her. Gary Anderson, 36 years of service in the kinesiology department. Taryn T. Bortis, 25 years of service in the mathematics department. William Brosda, 18 years of service in the English as a Second Language department. Dennis Di Giovanni, 35 years of service in the CTE Air Conditioning and Refrigeration Department. Adrian Erb, 17 years of service, also in career technical education in the drafting department. Jordan Fabish, 15 years of service in the reading department. Dr. Paula Fisher, 18 years of service in child development. Diane Gunther, 25 years of service in the English department. Dr. Brenda Harrell, 34 years of service in the nursing department, registered nurse. Patrick Heeb, 16 years of service, also in career technical education in the electricity department. Colin Ernst Ike, is that how it's pronounced? Ike? Great, thank you. 22 years of service in the Computer Office Studies Department. Jerry Jenkins, 16 years of service in the Computer Office Studies Department. Catherine Jennings, 17 years of service in the Reading Department. Charlotte Joseph, 35 years of service in the Political Science Department. Dr. Gregory Joseph, 28 years of service in the History Department. April Juarez, 20 years of service in Child Development Department. Dr. Janie McKay, 28 years of service in counseling. Mackay, excuse me. Calvin Macy, 27 years of service, CTE Automotive. Frank Madrigal, 21 years of service in Culinary Arts. Lynn Misahan, 18 years of service in Communication Studies Department. Dr. Chris B.K. Modunuri, 25 years of service in the Mathematics Department. Dr. Adrian Novotny, 22 years of service in the Anthropology Department. Dr. Elsa Saucedo, 25 years of service in foreign languages. Dr. Surendra Verma, 26 years of service in the Accounting Department. Dr. Stephen Wallach, 28 years of service in the History Department. Judith Weisenbaker, 18 years of service in vocational nursing. Ingrid Wolank, 27 years of service in foreign languages. Lark Zunick, 11 years of service in the Reading Department. And last, Perlita Miklat, 10 years of service as a Business Systems Analyst 5. Now, are there any retirees that would like to speak? We'd love to hear from you. Gary? Great.
Might as well. How long do we have? Do we want the history of...
much as you want.
You know, I never thought too much about retiring. And 3 weeks before I think the semester ended, or 4 weeks, I said, well, am I going to work my whole life? And I mean, we thank you for the golden handshake that kind of was like putting a foot in some of our rears to get out of here, because to be honest with you, I've enjoyed every minute, and I feel pretty good, and I think I could go another 5 or 10 years. But when you're married to, my wife says, you know, you've had enough, and you need to do some other things. And she does like basketball, though, and she loved that. We'll miss that, but we'll come to the games, and we have 6 grandkids that are 5 and under. So I tell everyone that my most fun time and enjoyable time will be at Long Beach City College, because now in retirement I'm really going to have to work with them. But it's going to be work. Oh, they're fun, and they like Grandpa. But you know, a couple things that come to mind is, well, number one, and we've talked about it a lot, that I really coming to work. I only live a half mile away. That's pretty sweet too. Save all the commuter miles. But I never really felt I came here and worked a day of my life. I mean, I always looked forward to it. I was always excited. I was always, because, you know, I taught in the classroom, but when you coach and you're responsible for the team, you get graded by the spectators and all the administration and everything like that. So if you don't do the job, everyone's going to know. So, and I've enjoyed that pressure through the years, and I'm proud of you know, the players that I've had and the successes they've had. I don't know, I can't give you a number, I should, but so many of them are coaching, and so many of them are doing just so well. The other thing that comes to mind is, you know, the students and the athletes, but we were such a tight group here at Long Beach City College. You know, your colleagues, the administration, we're all on the same page. And it was just so much fun. It was really great. You get support. If you had a problem, you had someone to go to, and they would help you. They would be honest. They could tell you if they could help you or they couldn't. And then if they couldn't, then you'd tell them, why can't you help me? Or like this, and we'll figure out a way. But anyway, I don't want to take up too much time because everyone else wants to speak. But I still, the head coach, Barry Barnes, still wants me to come back and help him a little bit. So it might be my way to escape the house and the grandkids, and I might have to sneak over and see all you good people. But thanks a lot. I really enjoyed it.
Thanks very much.
Okay.
Gary, would you, Gary, wait, and we'll have pictures in just a minute, but after people have finished speaking. So, Ms.
Good evening to everyone. I'm going to use the philosophy that less is more. As my colleague just said, I found a job that I loved here at Long Beach City College, so I basically have not worked a day in my life. As I said to my students, I've written 2 chapters of my life. Now it's time to write a 3rd. So that's what I'm going to do, and I want to thank Long Beach City College for the opportunity.
Thank you, Dr. Harrell.
Board members and my fellow retirees, I'd like to say that my 22 years here has been like a dream. It's gone by very fast. I came from another college to specifically come here to teach, and I never regretted it. And like to just say thank you to the college and wish all of you well. I hope to see some of you right again. And anyway, thank you.
Thank you.
I'll just say I spent over 30 years in the industry and doing everything from head of engineering to programming to systems design, my own companies, and this has been the best job I've ever had.
Oh, great.
Because every day there's something new to learn. There's people to teach and inspire, and they inspire me. And it's just been really exciting working here, and I can't imagine a better job. I am entering a new phase, and we'll see where that goes. So, but it's been a great experience, and especially working with everyone at the college.
Great. Well, thank you very much. Dr. Mackay.
I want to thank everyone for all the support while I've been here. I fell in love with Long Beach City College as a student and got my AA here, and then transferred to Berkeley and then went to USC. But you're probably not going to be able to get rid of me because we're starting a mega mentors program of retirees who will mentor new students coming in. And so there are a few of us that are going to start the pilot and see how that goes because we have so many students that really need an extra hand as they come into the college. So thank you again for all the wonderful support, and we've got a new group of students coming in. We're going to support those students.
Great. Thanks so much.
Hello, board members and everyone here. I just want to express myself, these 21 years that I have been working for the Long Beach City College. There was a great experience working with the students and passing my knowledge to them. I was very grateful to work with Dr. Ginny Buster, all those many banquets that we did. Ross, do you remember? So my satisfaction was that the students, they got involved in preparing those banquets. And that's the bottom line of the program, the culinary arts program, to teach students to do their job correctly. So thank you very much, and I really enjoy my job.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you for your service.
Members of the trustees, first of all, thank you very much for honoring us this evening. From the math department side, one of the things that brings to my mind is some of the students who took their classes here, ending up at UC Berkeley and UCLA, getting their PhD, which was really a great satisfaction, especially for the math department. And over the years, math department has grown significantly. And looking back, I've been here for 25 years. I still remember the day I walked into the department chair's office in April 1991. I'm just looking to teach a class. I was in the industry in the aerospace for many years, and teaching has been my first love. Of course, my second love has been always my wife. That's what she tells me. But when he told me, we got a full-time positions coming up, why don't you apply? And the rest is history. That fall I got hired here. And I never looked back. And it was a pleasure for me to work here in different capacities. And I thank you all very much for the great honor bestowed on us. Thank you.
Thank you.
I never miss an opportunity to say something. And members of the board, members of city council, friends, all of you, I can't believe this is happening. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to be when I grow up. And here I am at retirement age. I guess I can divulge this now. I never did before, but I would have done this for nothing. This teaching, I would have done it for nothing. I told my students that if I weren't hired here, I'd be standing on a park bench in El Dorado Park, asking people to gather around and hear the changes that occurred when we domesticated animals. As an anthropologist, I can't refrain, I can't constrain myself when it comes to major epics in the story of humankind. And it's been a real pleasure participating in this venture, this wonderful venture. It's true, there's no more important work on this planet than preparing younger generations to take over the positions of leadership because the things that we share with them, the guidance we give them, will definitely be the future. And I can't think of anything more important for all of us to do. So I want to thank everybody in the room who participates in some way preparing all these young people for a better future that we can bring about. So thank you for the privilege of being here all these years. And I understand Eloy has a picture of me up in the guard shack, and he told the people that if this guy appears on campus, please escort him away. He's not supposed to be here. I think he was kidding, because I only live 5 minutes away, so I'll see all of you.
There's no guard shack, so.
This is not goodbye. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much. And now we have presentation.
Gentlemen, if you could wait a minute, I wanted to say something nice about you. I'm waiting for Doug. Do you mind, Jerry and Colin? Thanks. President Otto, if I may, while you're coming in, I just wanted to say thank you so much for your years of service. I know so many of you, and I've known the wonderful things you've done, and I know it's going to be hard to retire because I know what that's going to feel like. And so I just wanted to say thank you. And the foundation has an email list for retirees, and I'm going to maintain that list because I'm more familiar with you guys. So if you want to be on the retiree email list, email me, gbaxter@lbcc.edu, and we put on an annual holiday buffet free of charge to retirees. So that's the other reason why. Okay, so congratulations.
When is that book?
It's
buffet?
December 16th, President Otto, and if you like it, I'll invite you. But you'll have to pay.
What if I retire? No. Jeff?
Well, it's bittersweet for some people because when they retire, and so I'll just focus as I do because of my background with Gary in athletics and how coaching makes such a difference in your life. Gary had the opportunity, and I actually did too. Gary was ahead of me. I will say that here at Long Beach City College, but not by much. But having coaches like Lou Olson and Bill Frazier, tremendous impact on individuals' lives. And so when Gary was up there making about, and the interesting thing about coaching, by the way, in sports in general, is at the end of any game, there is a winner and there is a loser. And as hard as that is on some people, that shows you the challenge of athletics. But in Gary's almost 20-odd years, I've lost count, but winning percentage was over 60%. I know you took almost every year teams to the playoffs. You had a championship team that went something like 30-odd-2 when you won a state championship in the 90s. Phenomenal record, but more importantly, phenomenal mentor, leader, and it has an impact on young players, and as does all our coaches. So I always have a soft spot, obviously, with the athletic programs here at Long Beach City College because the impact it makes on young people and helping them develop. And here we have a tradition, and as Gary's retiring, but we still have many fantastic coaches here. But the legacy, and that's why I mentioned Lou Olson and Bill Frazier. Lou Olson, actually, when I was here, he was my academic advisor, and that wasn't done in a pun either, because even though he was a phenomenal basketball coach that left Long Beach City College, went to Long Beach State, and went actually to Iowa, and then went to the University of Arizona. And phenomenal gentleman, but he also believes strongly in academics as well as athletics, and the proof is, once again, so as another one of our coaches retires, it's with that same legacy. And so I always like to point that out, because even when I see a lot of my old coaches, I remind them, and actually the same thing with faculty members, the impact you make on people's lives, you sometimes don't realize until your former students come up to you, whether it be a one-on-one basis, but they simply say thank you for all the work you've done and the difference you made in your lives. And many times you don't even realize it till much later in life, and in particular I know in sports, because as I mentioned, it's one of those, it compacts life into a game, and you deal with all the tragedies and all the difficulties, and you sometimes learn more from losing than you do from winning, because you have to deal with adversity, which probably is a great thing for someone in politics, but it's just somewhat, as I said, bittersweet that some people are retiring. I shouldn't say some, all are retiring. But best of luck to all of you, and as mentioned, you never leave. You will always be part of Long Beach City College and the family and the legacy that you help provide here. So thank you, all of you, for your effort, and Gary in particular, from continuing that great excellence of tradition, just like our baseball program's doing as well. So you're not talking him into retiring anytime soon, are you? Good, that's good to know. All right, thank you, President Otto.
Great, thank you. Trustee Zia.
Yes, thank you, President Otto, and I'd like to echo Trustee Kellogg's comments, and thank you for your service. It's been a pleasure being here in my tenure so far. Unfortunately, I'm not as old enough, or I should say as seasoned, as the politically correct terminology to talk about war stories with you, but I am very grateful for your service, as we all are, and it's always really great for me to see the success stories of our students as a result of your work. I see it in the community. We have people who we hire at the port, and it's always wonderful to hear these stories because of your work and the difference you've made in the lives of our students. So thank you so much, and please don't be a stranger. I love the mentorship program, and that you're thinking about the pilot program. I hope it's something that could be sustainable, so we'll see more of you. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Trustee Archuleta.
Yes. I too also want to echo the words that have already been said, and just thank you for your service and your commitment. I know when some of you were speaking, you really tugged at my heart because you expressed your love of teaching. And so I want to really thank you for that service to our students. And I know that our incoming students are certainly going to miss individuals who are so committed and so dedicated to teaching. So thank you so much for your service.
You're good? Great. Okay, thank you very much. We have somebody else who is retiring after a fashion, and that is our trustee, Trustee Irma Archuleta. And so we have a member of the Long Beach City Council here with his wife, who is asked to be able to say a couple of words on this event.